Greetings, Pelham Regional Public School Districts. I am your superintendent, Dr. Z. This week, from November 18th, we are celebrating American Education Week here in the Pelham Regional Schools. The theme for this year is we are working together for safe, just, and equitable schools, which lines up with our mission and our core values that we are moving towards this year. I've asked all of my central office employees to thank an educator. Think about someone in your lifetime that has worked to shift and move your life, more so not just on the outside, but within the walls of schools.
I'd like to thank my junior high algebra teacher, Mrs. Hills, who had a lasting impact on me as far as both academically and personally.
I would like to thank my kindergarten teacher, Ms. Livingston, for introducing me to pumpkin seeds.
I want to thank Frank Heston from Frontier Regional, who has since retired, but he taught me to enjoy learning.
So for me, it all starts with my kindergarten teacher named Mrs. Robinson. I feel like I was very lucky. I had fantastic teachers all throughout my school years, but the start was with Mrs. Robinson. She was my kindergarten teacher, and I think she instilled a great sense of joy in school for me, and she was my first favorite teacher, among many.
I want to say thank you to my high school history teacher, Mr. Reagan, for helping me learn the important skill of critical thinking.
I had so many teachers that had a positive impact on me, but probably my most favorite was my biology teacher in 9th grade, who showed me how to dissect a frog.
Mrs. Tyler, and she taught me to believe in myself, and that carried on throughout the rest of my life.
I would like to thank my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Heck, for always reminding me to find the joy in learning. She made sure all activities were accessible for all students, encouraged us to be incredibly creative in our work, and she supported us throughout our entire educational careers.
I want to thank Mrs. Canada, my 6th grade reading teacher, who made reading very fun and interesting and theatrical.
I want to talk about the artist of these two photos, Miss Krista Ann Davis Malloy. She started out as my 6th grade teacher. She taught me in 9th grade for algebra, and soon enough we grew into a professional relationship where she was a principal and I was a superintendent. Miss Malloy impacted my life because in 6th grade, during a turning point, she became very inspirational in not just the academic world, but more so what teachers do is she touched and inspired me to remember and reflect on the person who I wanted to be, and the fact that sometimes the choices you make impact you in the long term. Thank you, Miss Malloy, for your hard work. More so, thank you for continuing to be an educator and to grow in the role from teacher to principal. Each day this week, we are going to be honoring our educators and engaging our families and students in how do we move forward to support our public schools. I want to say thank you for joining us on this journey during our first American Education Week together as we work together for just, safe, and equitable schools here in the Pelham Regional Schools District. Have a wonderful week, everyone.